welcome to another edition of Pittsburgh Sportsline at Sip Sports Bar. Thanks for coming out on this cold and snowy night. Well, not so much snowy so far, but we're at 3024 West Liberty Avenue, 15216. We've got a lot of great guests, a lot of people in the house. We even are doing something. It's a BPTV first. We're going to have a poker game while we're on TV, and it's for entertainment only. There is no money on the table. We're going to show it with a camera or two. Wait till we get Dan, who owns this Western Pennsylvania Poker Club. We're going to get him on air, and we're going to try to show some of the action there. And he'll explain a little bit about what's going on, since I only watch that World Series of Poker with my son once in a while. And by the way, my son showed up tonight with his buddy Corey, two Bethel Park guys. They're in the house. They'll get to see this show live. I just heard that we hit 2,330 likes on Pittsburgh Sportsline Facebook, so thank you. And I want to give a special thanks, since we like people's sites and everything else. I've been asking for a little help with the Pittsburgh Passion, the Western Pennsylvania Police Benevolent Foundation. They need some more likes too, so we're trying to pump those sites up. They do a lot of great things in the community, a lot of charitable work. So try to help them out, and thanks again for helping them. We're also seen on Verizon 32 all over the greater Pittsburgh area, only on Comcast 7 in Bethel Park, and we're on worldwide on YouTube. But check out our site, Pittsburgh Sportsline, on Facebook, and don't forget to give us a like or two. You too, Muscles. That's Facebook. All right? Put this phone away. You've got a phone like me. Put that away. Go on the computer or get some help. Get your manager to help you out. And we'll have boxing trainers. We got an undefeated boxer who's one of our champions of Pittsburgh. He's going to be fighting this Saturday night. I just want to do a little preview and show this. If you can get this, Devin, since we got the best cameraman in the house. Thank you. Now, for all of you that don't know, I'm Al Levine, the Talking Machine, Smoking Jim Frazier, Chip the Prophet Hayner, and we got in our bullpen our regular Tuesday night host, Zach Brenner. Little Z sitting there enjoying the food and watching 3 different games, hockey and Pitt basketball. And we'll call him up later. What we first do is we talk about what's on our mind. Hey, Chip the Prophet Hayner, what's on your mind?
Okay, thank you, Alan. What's on my mind tonight? Well, tonight's quite a busy sports night here in Pittsburgh. We've got the Penguins trying to bounce back after an awful showing in Dallas the other night. They've got the hapless Buffalo Sabres on the ice there at the console, so hopefully the Penguins can right the ship again. Biggest game going in town tonight's the Pitt Panthers playing the Duke Blue Devils over there at the Pete. It's the first time the Dukes ever played Pitt here in Pittsburgh. Pitt basketball team's making some strides and getting themselves noticed nationally. And a little shout out to Lamar Patterson. Lamar Patterson has done something that no Pitt basketball player has ever done. He's been named ACC Player of the Week for the 3rd time this season. And that's never happened before, so it looks like there's another number 21 running around and loose in Oakland now.
Nice.
But, the last thing I want to, next to the last thing, let's not forget the Super Bowl's coming up this weekend. Put your money on the Seahawks. They're bringing home the crown this week.
I didn't hear you. Cut that. Dave Cable, please cut that. Thanks, Chip. I appreciate it. Go ahead.
And finally, but last but not least, Alan and I seem to have this point of contention, and they say that the golfing season doesn't start until Tiger Woods plays his first tournament of the year. Well, Tiger Woods played his first tournament of the year, and he promptly failed to make the cut. And I think we're going to see more of the same this year. And once again, Tiger Woods will go through the golf season this year without winning another major tournament. That's what's on my mind.
Thanks, Chip. I got to change what's on my mind now, because none of that was on my mind. Smoking Jim Frazier, I know it's cold. I know you've been out in the cold, and the cold doesn't affect you. But let me get my earplugs out, because what's on your mind?
Hey, thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine. And if you want the green,
Here, I got it for you.
you got to see Levine.
Wait, don't play.
Hey, I want to give a good shout out to one of my best friends. It's his birthday today. International master photographer Bill Boyce is in the house. One of his beautiful models. I like to start off each and every show by giving a shout out to my main man, Dan the Man. He makes the best coffee on the planet. If you like coffee, order a cup from Dan. You won't be disappointed. Please take care of your bartenders and waitresses. Brandy, wave to all your fans. And if you haven't done so already, do yourself a favor. Grab a menu. 2 weeks ago, I had the best meatball hoagie ever had in my life, and it's because of the chef. The chef Pete's in the back. I tell you what, we're honored tonight to have the beautiful business owner Lucy's in the house. Give pretty Lucy a hand. And we got a young man in the house also. He's going to be on our show in a few months in April. He's an up-and-coming photographer, got his own page. Give Chucky a big hand. Sunday, you won't have to look very far to see Peyton Manning's Adam's apple because he has a history of choking in the biggest games. In college, he choked 4 times against Florida University. He's 37 years old, and he's only won 1 Super Bowl. Listen, Peyton Manning is #1. He's #1 in selling commercials. Listen, and come Super Bowl Sunday, he's going to fold like a deck of cards because he don't have a poker face. And I tell you what, Governor Chris Christie won't even be able to help him out. Hey, listen, offense is for dough, offense is for show, defense is for dough. Come Sunday, I'm a heavy gambler, and I got heavy money on the Seattle Seahawks. Listen, you win championships with blue-collar players, the Lambert Lunatics, the Mean Joe Green, the Franco's Italian Army, the Iron Mike Webster, the Rocky Blyers, and the bus, Jerome Bettis. This Sunday, the Super Bowl's going to be won by a bunch of thugs, Richard Sherman and the Seattle Seahawks.
Thanks, Smoking Jim. Are you done talking yet? Is he done? No, I wasn't going to bring anything up about Peyton Manning winning the Super Bowl, although I've mentioned it now for a few weeks. But these two guys got me a little fired up here. That I don't care if he has heavy money. I think he's betting a house on it. He hasn't won a bet lately that he bet the house on. So don't bet your house on Peyton Manning. Don't bet your house on Seattle that Peyton Manning comes out a champion. Anybody that can go to Europe to get stem cells implanted into him and then he could never play outdoors, how was his record this year? That history book that you have, I think you got to throw it away. We got Bill Boyce, the birthday boys, on the Bronco bandwagon. And then wait till I bring up a boxer who's going to talk about, I think he lives out that way some of the time. We're going to bring that up. So I got some supporters here. I just don't have the haters, but I agree to disagree with you. Who's the favorite in this game? Denver. I heard it started at Seattle about 2 points. What happened? Heavy money went to Denver.
Hey, Alan, you know, just to make it clear, there is no hate involved.
Okay.
I just pick a different team to win, that's all. It has nothing to do with love
Well,
or
I'm
hate.
talking for other people out there. We agree to disagree.
Always, and will always.
Has Joey Porter still got the bullet in his butt from Denver?
What was he doing in that after hours club that he
in
got
Boulder.
one? And
That
how
was
about
in
the
Boulder.
other friend that was shooting back at those guys? You don't even talk about that stuff. That's for another show, folks. That's what's on my mind. We got a lot of great guests coming up right now.
Well, I tell you what, we got a guy that's not only is he in the SIP Sports Bar Hall of Fame, but I tell you what, he is the best photographer on the planet. He got the best job in the world, taking pictures of all these beautiful models. He don't look it, but he's 60 years old, young today.
What?
Put your hands together for a guy that served our country in the Marines. My main man, Bill Dynamite Boyce.
Dynamite.
Happy birthday, Bill.
Here, I'll hold that for you. Where's the cake and cupcakes? That's what I want to know. We always celebrate.
We got the poker guys that can make it rain tonight.
I'll tell you what, they're making it rain at that table. There's a lot of action there.
But for entertainment only.
Definitely. There's no money on that table. I guarantee it. Did you get that picture here? Let him hold that. He's 60. They're going to think I'm 60. Wait a second.
My wife, she had these made up for me.
Nice.
Wow. You haven't changed.
I haven't.
10 years ago today, that picture was taken with one of his cameras.
Yep.
Don't get any ideas.
That's amazing. What's your secret?
Running around with all these young women.
This is a family show here. This is a family show here.
No, it's just
Good eating.
good eating, taking care of myself, some exercise.
You know what? I can't keep up with your good eating.
Oh, I do eat good.
You put like 20 things that you eat by 7 o'clock in the morning. Now, I know that's not true because you can't be gutting an animal and getting fish and hunting and all that in one day.
Sometimes.
See? I got
You
it.
ever eat any soul food, Bill?
Hey, let me tell you what. We're gonna fix some chitlins. Let's get some hot sauce.
He
Do
made.
the collard greens. We got.
He got some great greens. He eats more greens than you eat. See how right
I
away?
got collard patch in my backyard.
And that's a secret.
That's the secret. Eating good and just staying healthy.
And keeping busy.
Oh, keeping real busy. I mean, I turned 60 years old today and started a brand new business.
Congratulations.
Thank you. James Edwards and I have started a business called B&E Multimedia Studios, LLC. And what we're going to do is start representing the models, musicians, singers, actors, actresses, comedians, and anybody else that wants to reach out and try to get work into the fields that we deal with.
Nice. So
So-
more of the entertainment type industry.
Mostly entertainment and models. We just opened up the Facebook site the other day. We
I
already-
know. I was number
100
7.
128
I was
likes.
number 7 on it.
I got
I
on
beat you
that
to the
train.
punch.
I got on that
So
train.
it's growing fast.
I've never seen it.
The website's being built, and
You know, your greatest promoter doesn't even know about it.
well, this is all
And then
breaking
look,
news.
here, you see, no, it isn't. This is old news. I knew about it and liked it already. You two guys are too much. I can't keep track of the stories.
But it's going to go good.
No, I
got
wish
a
you
lot of
luck.
faith.
I'm just kidding you. Half kidding. But I'm not kidding about him. He really doesn't know.
That's all right. We'll bring him in.
Well, happy birthday. Go
you.
enjoy the rest of your day.
I appreciate
Good night.
it.
This is a good friend of mine. I tell you what, there's a lot of people that got $1 million ideas. This beautiful lady got $1 billion ideas. And once everything comes together, you're going to hear the name. I Love Lucy. Come on up, sweetheart.
Hi, Lucy. Nice to see you. Happy New Year.
I don't want to let go.
You just rode the whole way in with her. You were escorting her here today. Come on. Welcome to the show. Why don't you introduce yourself to the growing fan base and everybody that doesn't know you?
That didn't see me last time.
Right. You didn't promote it enough. You told me you were.
Oh, okay. Hi, my name is Lucy Fairies. I run a cosmetics company called Makeup Fairies. I'm a locally based cosmetics artist in Pittsburgh.
And how do they get a hold of you?
You can find me at makeupfairies.com now. I got it.
I saw
the
that.
website now.
I saw the site.
Instead of just the Facebook page.
That's what we're going to follow you with since Pittsburgh Sportsline's growing too. We're
I'll
looking at it
definitely
too.
follow you back.
Thank you. What else is going on? You said you're developing all kind of new
Yes,
products.
I brought the body products this time to let you guys smell them, and then you can tell everybody if they really smell like what I say they smell.
I love the body
Just don't bring the marijuana out, okay?
Okay, I'll leave
That'll
that
be
one
for
out.
your ride home and maybe people in the neighborhood.
Do you
Not
want
yet.
to guess what it is?
They haven't
or do
passed
you
that
want me
law
to
yet.
tell you?
You know, men don't smell as well
Okay,
as women.
Peanut
so
butter and jelly.
I'll eat some of that.
That's the one
Hold
we
it.
talked about.
You just
last
rub
time.
that in?
Yep, it's lotion.
I always share with my friends.
It's nice.
Delicious.
Does it smell like peanut butter and jelly to you?
I smell more jelly, but I get a hint of peanut butter
No,
as it
yeah,
soaks in.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, that definitely smells
Yeah,
like peanut butter
it does.
and jelly.
That's a
Absolutely.
big kid-friendly scent that we
How
made
about us
ours.
big kids?
For you big kids, let's see what I brought today. I have a new Valentine's scent coming out.
You know what? Set these on the table. No secrets here. Just set them right there.
The new Valentine's scent coming out for men is called Dangerous. Let me find it.
Perfect for this crew.
It's right here.
Where is dangerous?
That is a small scent. Those run $4.
Wow.
And
Can we
this
put
is
some of
a
this on
large,
for the
and
fight
it's a
here?
7.
I'm ready. I'm going in.
Alan, you're gonna smell like.
Do you
you're
like the
gonna
smell?
like.
Yeah,
Who knows?
nice.
They're also alcohol-free and mineral-based, so they won't break your skin out or cause any reaction or
Good.
dry you out either.
Because that happens to me every so
All
often.
the time.
I know. I can't believe it. Thank you. Those are great. What else do you have? I may not mix all these scents.
I
'Cause
also do body oils.
what do you have here?
That one, I believe, is called
It's clear.
Bad Boy Swag.
You know
Donut.
what?
That's one of the ones you don't
Barry
want me to
Bonds was using this years ago. This is clear.
This is a clear.
I gotta put some on.
open.
It's flaxseed oil.
All right. This is still curing right now, so don't open it.
This one is another lotion. This is one of the pheromone scents. It's called Chocolate Crush.
Hey, Zach,
Ooh, I
we
want
got
some
that
of that.
for you,
I want
buddy.
some of
The
that.
pheromones.
So this is a men's pheromone.
You know what? I'm going to give it to Smoking Jim because he's like the Pied Piper. That peanut butter and jelly's delicious.
That's one of the favorites.
Did you make these up yourself?
Yes.
How do you brew it up? You have a big container and...
Sometimes my children, like Chucky, will come up with an idea.
So
that they
not
want.
only is he a photographer, but he's a brewmaster of your potions.
Yes, he's a mini assistant to me.
Is
I'm
he?
very grateful that he helps me with as much work as he does.
That's great. You know what? These don't stand on end. You
No,
got to
they
turn them
stand
over.
this way though, and they fit in your purse or your pocket perfectly.
Let me see. Is that peanut butter?
Are
You happy to see her now?
That one may be your chocolate crotch. That's
Oh,
the
okay.
pheromone
It's
one.
gone once it gets in Al's pocket.
I just want to keep it clear here. No, thanks for warning me, Lucy.
I'd also like to tell you guys how Glam and Gore is going. Our fundraiser.
Yeah,
that
tell
we
us
talked
about that.
Last time.
Right.
We have decided to partner up with BalanceHeart.org, and they are a women's veterans organization that helps women with PTSD.
Get
when
on.
they
That's
get
great.
back home,
Right.
Get on their feet and get any medical help they may need. So we will be working with them to make a donation at the end of my event in May.
Oh,
so
good.
hopefully you guys will check out our fundraiser link on Fundly. You can search it, Fundly Glam and Gore Rehearsals.com.
Right. I posted that up. You've posted it up, so we're trying to get
And
the word
we will,
out there for you.
We will definitely be back on to tell you more about it. But right now we're very excited that we'll actually be working with some women veterans who will be walking in our fashion show also.
Oh, that's even better.
And it's
what
Memorial
day,
Weekend, so
what
it's
date is that? Do you know?
Saturday, May 24th.
Okay.
From 6 to 12 p.m.
6 to 12. Mark your calendar, Smoking Jim.
Well, I tell you what, because you're working with female veterans and I like to support the service, I'm going to buy some of your whatever you have.
You got a
here. How
bag
much is
for
it?
him?
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact. These are his products right here.
Whoa! I didn't mean to use them. Can he get a refund?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That peanut
Thank
butter and
you.
jelly and that dangerous. My skin didn't break out yet, Smoking Jim.
Yeah,
You'll be
you'll be
good.
What else you got
Everybody
there?
else has survived.
Oh, good. I trust you, or I wouldn't have done
Which
that.
ones I also brought. Here's one you guys will like. Goes over well with the kids. It's called Flapjacks.
Flapjacks.
So that should tell you what it's going to smell like, right?
Delicious.
It smells just like
Smells
maple
like
cake.
some maple syrup
What
on
else you
there.
holding by the bag?
Let's see.
More clear. More clear for Bonds.
We have a new Valentine's sent out called Fairy Berry Fantasy for women. So I don't
Wow.
know, anybody got ladies they need to shop for this Valentine's
That could
Day?
happen. Great. Smoking Jim. I can't believe you didn't buy that one.
That's new. He didn't even hear about that one. This is the first time.
You're
anybody's
kidding. This
heard
is
about
a
this right here on
BPTV
Sportsline.
first.
Exactly.
Bethel Park Sportsline on Facebook will be promoting this.
This is
First
our new
time ever. Tell them what that scent is.
It's called Fairy Berry Fantasies. It's our new Valentine's Day alcohol-free body scent. It will only be available until February 15th. So if you'd like it, please check makeupberries.com as soon as possible.
It disappears till next year.
Yes.
And are you holding a photo?
Yes, I am. This is your autographed photo.
Whoa, that's not right.
Yes! Look at that.
You'll be the only one on his desk. I guarantee it.
I would also like to take a second really quick to thank Flawless Fashions and Belicious Creations for outfitting me this evening and also being part of Glam and Gore this year. They're two of our first sponsors.
That's great.
So I
Congratulations.
just wanted to shout them out really quick.
And what did they sponsor you with there?
Flawless Fashions outfitted my top, and Belicious Creations custom
You can stand up. They'll put you on camera.
So I don't care who's in the Super Bowl.
Oh,
I'll
them
be
shoes
wearing
is
my
nice.
Steeler heels.
Smoking Jim, do you see that Steelers high
Are
heels?
those apple bottom jeans?
No, they are not. They're called warm because it's really cold right now.
You know what? You might have to show those heels
shoes again?
Yeah, can you show the shoes
I can
again?
put the shoes on.
Because we have a lot of fans, men and women. Sorry, Lucy, your
all about
biggest
the
fan.
shoes.
That's a great shoe.
You can find those on Belicious Creations on Facebook.
And sit down and tell them again where they can find those.
Those shoes
Fine
are available
shoes.
from Belicious Creations on Facebook. I love them. They ship to all over the United States, and you can get them done in any team logo you'd like, but I say Steelers.
And Smoking Jim, that new harem you have at the hospital, the doctors, the women doctors and nurses, they might like that when they step out in God's country with you.
Everything's better in God's country, Monroeville.
Any other final closing thoughts here?
I would like to thank you guys for having me again. It's always nice to be here, and if you get a chance, please follow my Fundly link and hit the support button or make a donation for me. We're trying to raise $300 to make this event happen.
Okay.
So we have another 30 days to raise the money, and hopefully we can make this really amazing event. It has 7 performers so far.
Wow.
About 30 models so far.
30 models.
I'll
Smoking
be there.
Jim.
I bet.
What's it cost to go there? He may
You
sponsor
just said the
you.
magic
The
word.
Just
door
donate.
is $20.
$20 to get in.
VIP is $40. It's sponsored by Click Vodka, so there will be drinks included. And it's my birthday, so I know you guys want to come to my birthday party.
What a salesperson here. I was almost ready to say no, but that clinched the deal.
It's my
Could I have some
birthday.
peanut butter and jelly to go?
Absolutely. I will definitely get you one. Thank you guys so much.
Lucy, good luck to you.
It was very
We'll
nice
see you
to
again
see you guys
soon
again.
before your birthday.
Yes, definitely.
Good luck on
Great to see
Fundly
you.
and all the other stuff.
Thank you guys for having me.
Our next guest needs no introduction, but Sammy Vasquez, the Who Can Mexican, is in the house. Welcome to the show.
Sammy, welcome back.
You might as well at least give a little promo with this. It goes right with your shirt.
Yeah,
Hold that
got a
up.
match, color coordination here.
You have it all in sync. I like that.
I have to, man. I have the style,
I know.
I like that bracelet too, Sam. You gotta
Thank
borrow
you.
that one,
That was a Father's Day gift. Has all my 3 daughters on there: Natalie, Bailey,
Congratulations.
Sabina.
Happy Father's Day.
That's great.
Congratulations, congratulations.
Well,
Last Father's Day.
yeah. He doesn't
Either
keep
way, it
track
doesn't
of that
matter.
stuff. Jim's a good man.
Still special.
And this fight is Saturday night. You want to tell us? We're going to go right into the fight. Let's talk a little bit about that because I know tickets are going fast. We want to try to sell this out in Elizabeth.
Yes, sir.
So-
Elizabeth Sports Time or Court Time Sports Complex. The tickets are going fast. We had some problems with opponents here. I was supposed to fight. Challenged the undefeated fighter, who's 13-0, Michael Moore, who backed out of the fight.
No.
So we got another fighter who's Jamar Freeman, who's 10-2, 6'1", tough fighter,
6'1".
6'1" fighter. I stepped up in weight to 151 to fight him. So
151.
well, you gotta take risks. I don't.
I like
my
your
father-
style. Just to interrupt you. You're more like the old school boxers. In this day and age, everybody wants to pick and choose. No offense, we've had boxers on the show, and we see a lot of that.
Yeah.
My hat goes off if I were wearing one to you.
I
Good luck.
appreciate it. It's tough, doing this by yourself. My father does an amazing job at running this, and other people in my family, and one of my friends, Caitlin. They put on amazing shows.
Is Caitlin here, your manager?
She is. She's here.
We'll have to bring her on in muscles. We got to at least get muscles up here.
Yeah, but doing this by yourself is tough, you know. So you know, I don't pick and choose my opponents. You know, I'll
We
find
respect
whoever
that. We
fight
talk about that all the time.
Yeah.
That we have more respect for guys like you, not just because of the person you are. A military man, thanks for your service. We appreciate that.
No problem.
And just how you carry yourself, being a family man also. That's what we respect. That's why you're welcome back here anytime. You're undefeated,
Yes, sir.
which we appreciate that. We're winners here in Pittsburgh. We like you doing that type of stuff. And we're hopeful with all the good things that you have coming in the future, too.
Yeah, there's definitely big things coming in the future. I can't speak on it right now, but hopefully within the next couple of weeks, we'll be able to come out with some new news and start bringing.
And I'm sworn to secrecy, even though I'm Al Levine, a talking machine. I know nothing here. I didn't hear anything. I don't even have a clue.
But hopefully, someone big should be coming to town here within the next couple of weeks, and we're gonna bring boxing back to Pittsburgh pretty big.
Boxing back in the Burg.
That's it.
That's
Back
what
in
we're
the
going.
Burg.
That's what I coined there. We'll do boxing
Boxing
back in the Burg. How's that? It goes
Sounds
with
good to
who
me.
can
Who can Mexican.
and American.
That's it.
Well, you know, Sammy, it's so refreshing to hear about a fighter that actually wants to fight. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
that's one thing I respect about you more than anything else. Is you're a fighting champion, and you don't turn anybody down.
Yeah.
And I like that. That's one of the things that soured me on boxing for the longest time, is people picking and choosing and only fighting opponents that they know that they can outclass.
Well, the thing is, you know, a lot of people don't understand is when you get fed the golden spoon. Okay, if you're with Golden Boy, Top Rank, or all the big dogs, which is great. You know, they
Don't talk about those names. Maybe they're looking at you.
No, I mean,
I'm teasing. I'm teasing, Sammy.
No, but when you get on a bigger scale like that, you know, they want you to build your record up, to become 20-0, 25-0, and fight you all guys that you could beat. That way, you don't have to fight hard until you fight for a title. And then when you fight for a title is when you have to, push it and sweat it. But people like me and other fighters that are around here in Pittsburgh, who have to fight, and take chances and risks of losing, possibly, because it takes one shot. It doesn't matter who you fight.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you can fight somebody who's 13-0, or you can fight somebody who's 3-10. One shot, you can get knocked out with. So,
good point.
I want to fight whoever's in front of me, but I want the crowd to be happy, and I want to please them. I don't want to drop everybody, and not go past the
we
fourth round.
appreciate that,
Let's make
too.
a fight. Let's do it.
Let me, just on a personal note, the people that get kind of spoon-fed and they pad their records so they get 20-0, and then they don't really have to fight until they go for a title. Are they better prepared to fight for a title, or will somebody like you be better prepared because you fought your way up?
Hold it, I want to interrupt. Just to show you the shape he's in. He worked out before he came here. And he was eating like a horse there. And he goes, I'm going to go do some running later on. I go, outside.
6 miles.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this is tough. No, he's going inside, folks. But the elevation's like Mount Everest. He told me it's 10 degrees. Nobody does that. That's the temperature out there.
That's right. That's right.
So this is the guy. The shape he's in, muscles got him muscled up. He told me he was getting hurt. We got to bring. Did I say that? That's so corny. Sorry about that.
But
go ahead.
But the difference is, I would say, between the two fighters, the fighters that get that silver spoon or the golden spoon, and me, is we know where we come from. We know how hard we have to work. I mean, it's just not me suffering; it's my family as well.
Sure.
I might not. I can live off of bread and water. You know what I mean, and not complain and not have nothing. But when it started affecting my family, things like that, I have a bigger determination and drive to make it to that championship.
Right.
Them guys that don't have to struggle and go through that lifestyle of not having. I'll always be the same person. I'll never change.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I don't have it. Because I know how hard it is to get there. Like other fighters too. But the people that don't get that silver spoon fed to them, they don't know what it's like. So to them, they're going to be flashy, cocky, and all that stuff that they don't need to be. It's not. Be a real person. Get back to the community, to where you're supposed to, where you came from, where you grew up from. I mean, don't forget them people, because they're, nobody's different. You know what I mean? But
we're all the
everybody
same.
treats
We
other
breathe
people
the same
different.
air, is what
exactly.
I say. That's how simple it is. Now, enough of that. We know what a great guy you are. That's why we keep having you back. What about Denver? What about the Denver Broncos? That's what I want to know. I got 2-1 right now. I want to know.
Pittsburgh is my heart, always number one.
Me too. I'm bleeding black and gold.
Since they're not in the Super Bowl, and not because I live in Colorado now.
Okay.
I'm a Peyton Manning fan because of the way I can't go against the man. He's been in the game for a long time. His audibles and everything he does, I just
Hold it,
think he's an
Omaha.
intelligent man.
Omaha.
That's it. But I'd have to go with the Broncos, but
There you
none
go.
against the Seahawks. I mean, they're just as good. They made it to the Super Bowl as well. But
Right.
if I had a little bit of change in my pocket, I might have to go.
You got
against
any
the
heavy money with Smoking Jim? He got heavy money.
If I put 20 quarters on top of a dollar, it'd be pretty heavy. So.
Hold it, wait. I'll help you. Here's a quarter.
There it is.
You got your start. No, don't start betting. Just bet on this guy in the ring. See, tell him where you're going to be Saturday night one more time. We'll
The
get
Court
you-
Time Sports Complex in Elizabeth, PA. It's a great card underneath me, and you got the main event as me, and it's not going to be a boring show, that's for sure. You're going to have a great time. I'm also supposed to be stepping into the ring in Bethlehem February 22nd at the Sands Casino as well. So,
Sands Casino in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
so that's to be
To be announced.
but
TBA. they
it's
call it.
90% sure. Pretty sure.
And I don't know anything about it. He's slipping up
It's
a
a
little.
secret. I
We're
mean,
going to
it's
get
just a
you
little
off
secret.
of the air real quick. Did you have some truth serum there, Caitlin? What'd you give him there in his water?
Always tell the truth.
Okay, he
That's it.
does. And I don't want to ask any more questions.
And I admire that.
I don't like to beat around the
You don't
bush.
have to hide from the
I'm a
truth.
straight shooter.
Yeah.
I like your
it.
style. I appreciate you.
I appreciate
Respect
all
what
you
do.
gentlemen letting me come on the show here, and this is the #1 show right here, and I appreciate you guys
And what-
having me, and it's great to be back, and I'd love to do it again.
Whenever you come back and you're in town and you're around on a Monday night, you don't even have to call. Just stop in.
I appreciate
After you
it.
run 7 miles
it.
from Muscle's house, stop in here.
I will. I'll
We'll
be
get you
here.
a glass of water
I
at
won't
least.
even. Yeah, I'm just gonna run straight here.
That's it. Thanks, Sam.
All right, gentlemen.
Take care.
Thank you very much.
Good luck to you. All right, we're going to go to our Sips Sports Bar halftime show. And we're going to kick it off with whatever these two gentlemen want to talk about sports. What are you thinking about? Well, Smoking Jim, last time you went crazy during the halftime. Sports, please. You got any sports? What's on your mind in halftime?
Well, you know what? We got to be proud of the University of Pittsburgh. The basketball team's doing real well. Their first year in the ACC, bringing basketball back to the city of Pittsburgh. Also, the Pro Bowl was yesterday, and the Pittsburgh Steelers is falling a little bit under. Only had one guy in the Pro Bowl.
What time is that on?
It's over with now, but the most important thing is nobody got hurt. And we see somebody out in the crowd. We got supermodel Kelly Irish out there in the crowd. Wave to all your fans, Kelly. Thanks for coming. And that's what's on my mind.
Chip, what else you got on sports here?
Being that we're going to have record low temperatures tonight, I just wanted to remind everybody that we got 18 days until the pitchers and catchers report in Bradenton.
Nice.
And we are 9 weeks away from today from the Pirates home opener. And the other last thing I want to think about,
Yeah.
you know what they salt in Florida?
Yeah,
Margaritas,
I
not
saw it.
sidewalks.
Zach's aunt or cousins posting that or somebody was. And that's it for the Sips Sports Bar halftime show. Thank you. And you can check all this out on Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook when we post the video.
My name's Ed Lattimore. I'm a heavyweight, 3-0, 3 knockouts.
Wow!
Nice.
And I'm fighting on February 7th at the Serbian Cultural Center in Weirton, West Virginia.
Where?
Weirton, West Virginia.
What place?
Serbian Cultural Center.
He's driven by all those hotels out that way.
Nice.
When we went to see Paul Spadafora fight, there were all these huge houses along the way. Smoking Jim said he knew every one of them. I don't understand that.
Until he pulled in the driveway.
Strip clubs, I don't know. No, go ahead, Ed.
No, it's a nice area. It's a nice venue. They do a really good job down there putting on. Good
Have you been
fights
there
in the
before?
My pro debut was there almost a year ago to the day.
Tell us about that.
So the pro debut for me, normally when a guy comes into the sport for the first time, he gets an opponent that he's supposed to not have too much trouble with. a guy that's coming in not so much to be a pushover, but you want to build the fighter's confidence. We had a guy lined up for that, and that guy's lined up, and we had a backup. The strangest set of circumstances, our original guy falls through, and then the backup's supposed to come in, and he falls through, and another backup comes and he falls through, and then we were down our fourth guy, and there was a snowstorm or something. He was coming from Berkeley, West Virginia, which I looked on the map. It's like 4 hours deep into the heart of West Virginia mountain country where you only get country
I can't
music.
wait to hear he had 100 fights.
He couldn't, this guy couldn't make it either. So with a guy we finally got at the last minute, when I woke up on January 26th, if I recall, I actually didn't have an opponent. We got a guy that's 4-1 with 3 knockouts to come.
Wow. In your first fight.
My first knockout, my first fight. Not only that, he's a southpaw,
Nice.
which is just
Explain to the
fight.
folks how terrible that is for you righties.
That's so 90% of the population is right-handed, so we get used to fighting.
There's Sammy in the background.
Right-handers all the time.
I know.
And there's 10% of the population, they're left-handed.
And Sammy Vasquez.
And Sammy Vasquez.
Thank you.
And it gives a lot of Orthodox fighters trouble. So this is what I have to face for my first fight. And in my head, I'm confident because I got a lot of national experience,
Right.
a lot of amateur experience.
How many amateur fights did you have?
A little over 50.
Wow.
A little over 50, half of them at the local level, and then the other half all national level, national tournaments, traveling all around. I was really fortunate with some things that happened in my amateur career. So I was able to get a lot of fights and see a lot of different looks. A lot of guys aren't fortunate enough to have, but I'm blessed in that respect. So I go in there and I fight the guy, and he comes in, and I'm short for a heavyweight.
I noticed that.
About 6, I actually grew. Somehow I grew an inch this past year. I'm 6'1" now.
Oh, and how old are you?
28.
28 and you grew an inch.
Yeah.
What's muscles stretching you? I saw him with horses and ropes down at South Park. He's stretching you.
Something happened, man. Maybe it's the water or the posture. I
No
don't know.
deer antler.
Underwear.
Deer antler.
The deer antler underwear. It's popular.
But
So what happened in this fight?
I go in. I'm doing well, and you get used to the margin of error in the professional level is so much smaller than the margin of error in amateurs, and a lot of guys don't realize that. It's not so much that the game gets faster; it's just that every mistake you make will cost you more.
Yeah.
And I go to switch my defense, and he just happens to time as a softball right straight down. And
Ask Sammy to
cracks me.
demonstrate that.
Oh. It ends up rocking me pretty good. You can see it on the video. I'm stumbling.
We're gonna check that out.
We look at we got the scorecards at the end of the fight. I lost that round. All the judges unanimously gave the round to the other guy. The next round, one judge gave it to me, the other 2 gave it to him.
Okay.
In the third round, though, my
The
coach,
suspense is killing me.
my coach gives me an adjustment, and I take the adjustment. You know, a good coach, you don't question his wisdom, especially when
You're
your
a
life's
smart
on the
man.
line.
You're a
He
smart
tells
man.
me to do, I go out and do it, and I knock the guy out in the third round.
When in the third round? Do you remember when?
Oh no! I
You
know
just knocked him out.
We circled. He threw a punch. I sat with it, rolled, and then came back over the top with a right hand. The shot that southpaws are open for, the straight rights, anything right.
Except for Sammy.
Sammy's invincible, man. All the shots.
I'm telling you, he's undefeated. I've seen that at least 4 of his fights, so I know.
But yeah, and so I won, and I was relieved, and I remember thinking in my head, don't get up, and I didn't want him to get up, not because obviously I wanted to win the fight.
Well, I hope so.
It was a sense of relief. I was like, he's done. The ref is waving it.
Right.
There's no way he can win this fight now. In my head, I didn't want to go to scorecards because that's the place a lot of fighters fear. Myself too. The scorecards, you never know.
We've already witnessed it a couple times with Rod Sulka in Texas. We saw it with Paul Spadafora, where I thought he won the majority of the fights. And I wasn't just using my Pittsburgh kid bias. He outboxed him, and he was hurt. So that's part of it. But what a story. We're going to have to look forward to you on February 7th.
I'm a lot better now. I understand that margin of error better.
Okay.
And I realize that even the smallest mistake can cost you. So my training just intensifies with each.
After you knock out this next guy, will you come back on our show?
Oh, absolutely.
Because I want to tell everybody that he was number 2,330 likes on our page. This is number 2330. So So I want to thank you. Good luck, champ.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, and you're welcome back again. Knock him out, too.
I will do my very best.
For Pittsburgh Sportsline, we're getting a knockout. And Sammy, him going up in weight, he's going to knock the guy out if he can continue. I didn't want to put it on Sammy because I saw his last fight where the guy said no mas. I didn't want to bring that point up, Sam. Sorry, but I had to.
Win's a win, man.
W's are what we're looking at. Get the W's. You get one, my friend. Take care.
you.
It was a pleasure. We gotta get the guy that just broke Smoking Jim up. Muscles, welcome to the show.
Welcome back. It's been a while.
Who can? Get a shot of this shirt. We got who can? Mexican. And I'm doing the pie trainer. Who can?
What's the towel say?
American. Here, you got it.
Oh yeah, no, the towel.
No, you hold that. I'll hold the towel.
You know, show on Saturday. You got my two nephews on here, the Conway boys.
No way.
You know Matt Conway, you know.
Yeah,
Matt.
we know Matt.
No, you know, top amateur, you know, one of the top guys around amateur.
That's right. You got amateurs and pros.
His brother Sean.
Let me hold that so he can see.
His brother Sean, he's fighting this. He's the Tonka truck, and he's fighting a guy called the Teddy Bear from West Virginia.
Who's a teddy bear?
And you're going to watch this fight and say, this should have been out in the backyard of Sips' parking lot when these two guys fight.
Don't worry, there's been fights around here. Look at all those bricks that are missing out of the street.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting. That's going to be exciting.
No, that's great.
But yeah, congratulations to Ed and you know, following his career. Yeah, I mean, I can see it with one punch. Ed can do a lot of damage.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
he's been in there with a lot of guys, and I've seen him. He's very, very tough. And
what about your man here?
And you know Sam. You know, proud name of Sam.
I heard that earlier, but I didn't hear it on air.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great kid and a great fighter, and you know, as good a kid he is. The one thing about him, you know, I've been in this game about 40 years, and he's the best I've seen as far as talent-wise, motivation-wise, boxing ability. I mean, take you out with either hand.
That's so nice to
hear. Speed, you know. And he's one of them guys, like you say, he's a throwback. I remember me and Stuart talking about Tommy Hearns. He'd say, Tommy Hearns never asked him, like, who he was fighting. But he'd say, you know, we're fighting Saturday. It was okay. And Sam's the same way. It's like, we're fighting.
Sugar Ray,
and he doesn't worry about
Sugar
it.
Ray Robinson used to do
Right.
that. Fighting a week, 5 days. Let's go.
Yeah,
Whatever
ready.
weight.
I'm going to stay
Sugar
ready.
Ray.
And Sam, he's shy about blowing his own horn, but like we're talking about these things coming up. You know, this past weekend.
Don't tell the secret.
Yeah, we were down in D.C. with Mike Tyson's people.
Wow.
They're really salivating over Sam. You know, we've been in negotiations on and off with Golden Boy and glued the belt.
All the big guys out
there.
there.
Yeah, these Mike Tyson's people really so high on Sam, and I mean, it really went well to meetings and everything. And
no, that's great. We appreciate the
definitely,
updates. You got to come back and let us know what's going on. When you know something, you can come tell us. Have us come back on the show with good news. I know it'll be good news. Anything else going on with your gym you want to promote?
No. I mean, I got a couple of good young guys who are getting ready for Golden Gloves. My nephew Matt Conway, you know, he was in the state finals last year. You know, he just turned 18. I mean, the kid's got 100-some bouts under his belt. Yeah, I mean, he's been fighting since he was, you know, knee-high to a grasshopper. But
sort of like you when you were 5 years old.
Yeah.
40 years in the business, that's not bad.
But Matt's going to go through the Golden Gloves and everything this year and probably turn pro after that. He loves the game, and he's a real talent.
No, that's great.
And Andreas is back in the gym.
Wow.
And hopefully he's going to be fighting in March. So
I want to see him. With that knockout punch he has, you got to get him there.
And yeah, Sam's fighting a tough guy. This
6'1".
Yeah, this guy, Jamar Freeman from North Carolina, tough, 10-2, good fighter. You know, I've watched a lot of him. I'm impressed with him, and like you say, he's a big guy.
Yeah.
And,
well, make sure you go to this fight. How do they get a hold of tickets here? I forgot to ask. I think there's a phone number. Or?
Yeah, Big Sam's number's on there, 724-797-8694. And like I said, they sold out court time last time. They'll probably sell it out again.
Oh, there's no doubt.
You know, Sam has a pretty rabid crowd.
That's it.
How many?
Only 1,000 tickets. That's it.
No way.
And
they'll pack the house.
And Jimmy
There's no
Savetic's
doubt.
paying if he comes.
Jimmy Savetic, we're getting you off the air. That's enough of that. He's not paying.
You know that's not happening.
No,
you want to make a bet? That's the bet you're going to win.
I'm betting heavy money, all money, bet the house. You take care.
All right.
We come back. Good luck.
Thank you for having me on.
Tell everybody who you are, that if they don't know you, KSWA Wrestling, check them out there.
KSWA.net. I am the ring announcer for Pittsburgh's only professional wrestling organization, the Keystone State Wrestling Alliance. And I want to thank you for allowing me to come up today. Last week, a big birthday for local international wrestling superstar Dominic DeNucci.
Yes, sir.
Turned 82 years of age.
I like that on Facebook.
Week. Yeah.
82 years young. God bless.
Great guy, one of the nicest guys I've ever met in the sport of professional wrestling, and just a gentleman in all
and he took a nice
walks of
picture
life.
with you.
Yeah, that's right. He did. He did.
It was
Just
in Pittsburgh Sportsline magazine.
That's right.
Somewhere in there. I don't know.
May have to find it there.
It just popped open there. There they are. Devin, you got to work that camera again.
Myself
Not only
and
you get a
Dominic
twofer here.
DeNucci at the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame in Amsterdam, New York, 2012, when he picked up his ring along with Bruno Sammartino in Amsterdam, New York.
You said that already. I want to know about that Royal Rumble that you were at.
Yeah.
That's why you're up here. Forget all that promotional stuff.
Big weekend in pro wrestling on Saturday night, Ring of Honor. The third biggest company in all of professional wrestling. They have a TV show that's on one of the, I think it's either 22 or 19 on the weekends. They are the number 3. It's probably the largest independent pro wrestling organization.
That's Jim Cornette's organization.
He used to be involved. He hasn't been involved for a couple of years now.
Okay.
But they were at the convention center, the David L. Lawrence Convention Center on Saturday. From what all people told me, about close to 1,000 people showed up for that. So that's always good. Anybody that does well in pro wrestling, that means it does well for the rest of us as well.
And we're going to need a short version because we still have a couple guests to
fine.
go. I wanted to get all this out.
The Royal Rumble yesterday at the Console Energy Center. Dave Bautista, who only came back to pro wrestling a week or so ago, was the favorite going into the Royal Rumble, and he won. The big news, of course, was the fans, of which my son and I and Lord Zoltan and a bunch of
not Lord
other
Zoltan. With a wrench?
No wrench.
Okay.
They had the security kept it at the door, but everybody was in attendance there, and they booed the Dave Bautista winning at the very end.
No.
And the bigger news was everybody wanted Daniel Bryan in the Battle Royal. He had an epic battle with Bray Wyatt early on in the show. Bray Wyatt won. Bray Wyatt and the other members of the Wyatt family attacked John Cena after his match against Randy Orton, and then the Battle Royal.
This is why I wanted the inside scoop. Nobody reports like you.
I
want to see that. Where was the computer at? In your lab? No computer?
I took it off. However, what I was telling Chip before we went on the air today, I am writing a story that I will share with Pittsburgh Sportsline when I have it. How Pittsburgh made pro wrestling change forever last night at the
Hold that thought, because we're going to have to get you back with the story.
Thank you.
Thank you, Trapper Tom. We know you're the poker expert. Tell them who you are.
My name is Dan Blunt. I am the president of the Western Pennsylvania Poker Club. We were established in 2009, and games continue to this very day.
Well, that gets that out. Do you want to introduce the players?
Sure.
Or at least say their names.
Okay, the fellow in the penguin hat is Jack Lilly. He was nominated this year for Most Improved Player and for Player of the Year. Next to him is Jeff Weinberg,
who's a friend of mine that I met on Facebook and took care of me and little Z at the Bruin Show. That's why we're talking.
Jeff's been playing with us for about 4 years. He was nominated 2012 Most Improved Player. The gentleman next to him is Neil Mihalik. He was nominated for Rookie of the Year this year. The votes are not in, but he's in a pretty close battle with Willie Boyd, who couldn't be here. He's an EMT, and he got called in tonight. Next to him is Lem Coleman, who is our highest ranked player with an L for a first name.
Really?
Yes.
I love trivia.
Just beat out Lucas. Good job, Lem.
Poor Lucas.
Next to him is Brian Wheaton. He's one of our Hall of Famers. You were a 2011 nomination, weren't you, Brian? He's a WPPC Hall of Famer. There are 8 of us. And
congratulations.
Next to him is Stephanie Silvio. She won our Player's Choice Award for Female Player of the Year in 2013 and the overall point championship for female players in 2013.
Nice.
So they've all done something to be here. They're all really good players, and they all have...
Are they as good as you?
That's the skepticism I don't want to get into.
Okay. we'll get the camera off of them.
They're all good in their own way.
Okay.
Stephanie scares me the most.
Okay, well, that's the scouting report we have there.
Yep.
Well, Dan, it's a pleasure having you on the air.
Thank you, Alan.
You know, we've talked about it for a while, and this is the first time. And he has a nice little cocktail you can get at Sip Sports Bar. And this is all for entertainment purposes. And I heard you have different games at other locations too.
Yeah, I have
How
a game.
do people get a hold of you if they
Well, I
want
have
to
a
play
game
poker?
going on somewhere in Pittsburgh every night. We have locations in Monroeville, Penn Hills, Verona.
How about Monroeville? Anything in Monroeville?
Yeah,
God's country.
Monroeville.
I know. I'm just saying it again. I know. I'm
we
just
play
testing you because he didn't say God's country. He probably got distracted.
Western Pennsylvania Poker Club. We have games Wednesday and Thursday nights in Monroeville. I'm not there. My assistant George runs the games down there, but they're at LaBarb's restaurant on Old William Penn Highway. Game times are 7 and 10 p.m. We have games everywhere. Friday and Saturday we're at Poor Harry's in Penn Hills at 7 and 10. Sundays we are at Genuine Pub in Verona at 7 and 10 p.m. Monday nights, 7 and 10 p.m. at Ryan's Pub in Regent Square, and Tuesday nights is a deep stack tournament at 7:30 at the Genuine Pub.
And do you play in each one?
I play 9 tournaments a week.
Okay, that's what I wanted to find out. He's an expert here.
I don't play Wednesdays and Thursdays; those are my days off. I mean, I love the game, but
when I talked to him, he didn't even talk poker on his day off.
Yeah, I don't. I just it's my day off. You know,
it's an interesting.
I don't like to play.
How long have you played poker?
I won my first trophy in 1972.
Wow, 1972.
4 years old.
I believe it.
I won a stud tournament at Mickey Sport Elks.
Get on.
Yep.
That's great. See that we bring all kind of things out there. I'm glad you could make it.
Thanks.
We appreciate it. We're running out of time, so I do want to thank you. I'm glad we got to do it. We want to have you back whenever you can.
Oh, that'd be great. Let me just mention real quick that if you want to get a hold of us, we can be found on Facebook, Western Pennsylvania Poker Club. And for our schedule of events, if you just click on the notes section on our main page, you can find out where we're at and
just tell them it again, what your page is.
The page is Western Pennsylvania Poker Club on Facebook.
Okay, that's great. Yes, and I heard the boxer, Sammy Vasquez, might want to play in one of your games.
Well,
there he is right there.
Sammy might be able to kick me down the street, but bring him to a poker table and I'll kick his ass.
On that happy note. Good luck, Dan. Thanks for being on this show.
Thank you all very much.
Yay! All right, we're having a special guest appearance by Brandy, the waitress, bartender. And she also does a lot of posting with Sip Sports Bar.
Oh,
Brandy, welcome to the
Brandy,
show.
You look stunning, as always.
Guys, I see you all the time.
Always.
You want to tell all your fans who you've been waving to for a long time who you are? Well, that's okay. We're just talking through it. We're actually on air. Don't cut this.
Okay.
Let the camera roll.
Okay.
You just, say a name. What's your name?
My name's Brandy.
What do you do here? What do you do here?
I bartend and I waitress.
Well, I have a couple questions for you. I know everybody treats you well, but what's on the menu? Can you tell us some of the things
Yeah,
that we
more
can
than
get?
just-
Because I'm getting tired of
yeah.
talking Sunday. Monday's Pittsburgh Sportsline and the best meatball I had 2 weeks ago.
Right.
So what
We
happens here?
definitely have more than just meatball hoagies.
Well, can you
We
tell
have,
everybody, what do we have?
We have BYOB, which is Build Your Own Burger.
No.
That's on Fridays. That's a special. That's really good because we have charcoal grill. We just don't have like the flat
Well,
iron.
what are some of these ingredients that you can put on a burger?
You can
Ketchup,
put raw
mustard?
onion. That's all like you can put on yourself.
Condiments, okay.
Yeah, condiments are you usually, but you can put on raw onion, raw ketchup, or raw onion.
How about pickles?
Pickles, cheese. We have American provolone, Swiss pepper jack.
You got pepper jack. I'll come
We
up.
have pepper jack.
Lettuce, tomatoes,
Lettuce, tomato.
bacon.
Yeah,
Bacon.
we have bacon,
I
and it's
might
no
have-
additional charge for the bacon.
No way. What
We
other
have
specials do you
Fish
have?
Fridays. Those
It's
are
the biggest
good.
fish in
It's
Pittsburgh.
ginormous. We have so many locals come here and get
Yes,
the
she's
fish.
absolutely correct on that.
That it is.
So-
And what other specials?
We have starters. We have
What's a
jalapeno
starter?
poppers, just like appetizers. We have loaded French fries that comes with cheese, bacon, and ranch on the side.
Okay.
We have breaded mushrooms.
You have any horseradish for those?
We do have horseradish.
I like that with breaded mushrooms.
Yeah, that's good. Those usually come with a side of ranch. We have loaded nachos. You can add chicken, steak. Our salads are huge, ginormous. They
Well,
are
just ask the chief,
that
my
word
friend
again?
for a long
Yes,
time.
he always
He
gets
eats
the
one.
salad. Yeah, he gets
See?
the chicken salad.
And that's why you should come out here. It's like a neighborhood Cheers bar. Look, you have Brandy telling you these specials each day.
And they got wings.
Yeah, Thursday's wing night, 25-cent wings.
Who do you see once in a while? Well, me once in a while. How about
I see
Smokey
Jim all the time. He gets 2 dozen plain.
Because he's sensitive.
Yeah.
I get those hot wings. He
Yeah,
won't
you do
venture
get the
there.
hot.
Yeah. And they're very good.
Chip's wife always gets the barbecue. Steph.
Ah,
She likes the
Stephanie.
barbecue.
See
He usually
that?
gets a burger.
No
Like your
way.
burgers. Yeah.
See what you learn here?
I know.
Any other specials that you might want to put out that you might have forgot? How about Campini's
Oh yeah, we have
50
Campini's
cents?
pizza on Tuesday. On Wednesday we have half off appetizers from 4 to 7,
So
along
all
with
those
our happy
starters
hour.
are half price.
Yeah.
the meatball hoagie?
We already talked about it. You're not listening to the show.
Yeah, we have to-go menus, so if you want to come in and pick one up and order from your house, we don't deliver, but we'll have it all ready for you.
Should they call you here? What's the number for?
412-668.
I don't know it.
I don't know either. It's
I stumped her. I tried not to stump her. Well, I want to thank you for making it on air. You were great.
You embarrassed
That's her
me.
debut. We can't talk about the favorite subject, you two, but I wanted to bring up, how did you enjoy the networking event we went at Highmark Stadium?
Oh man, Al Levine, I told you not to bring that up on air.
That's why I brought it up.
Al Levine, I'm standing there talking to somebody. Al Levine's talking to a massage therapist. The next thing I know, he tells the massage therapist, my buddy here, Little Z, needs a massage. So the next thing I know, I'm getting a professional
Hold on,
massage.
how many people were in that room?
At least 50 people, all professionals from all throughout the city, and I'm standing there getting a massage. Well, you were there.
Yeah, but I'm an amateur.
Oh, okay. Well, he's an amateur then. But the next thing I know, Levine got me getting a rub down in front of a room full of strangers.
His clothes were on.
Hey, and I'll tell you
wanted
this,
to bring it up.
he did not stop talking the whole time.
Hold it.
Who knew?
Hey, and he got these cards. He got these cards.
Did you get a card? Sammy, did you get a card? I don't,
When he shakes,
Sammy, come up here.
when he shakes your hand,
You know what? He almost broke my hand. I didn't give him a card. Hold that card. Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook.
he got a dispenser that
Give one to Caitlin.
he shoots him right out his hand. And then in his suit coat, he has special pockets made that the magazine is always cleverly placed in the. So he got all the bases covered.
Hold
There's
it.
a little bit of gateway everywhere he goes.
Hold it, wait a second. And that's it for the shameless promotions. Zach Brenner, my good friend, he just wore a suit. He looked great. If you saw the pictures, fantastic. Thanks for watching the show. Thanks for liking us on Pittsburgh Sportsline Facebook. Thanks for watching Verizon 32. Good night, folks. Drive safely. Stay warm.
What's in that box, Bill?
Great job, Lucy.
I don't